Why is it so busy? I just want to ride and vlog, please. Oh my God. I haven't ridden in like over a month. I think the last time I ridden was in December, like late December, maybe early January, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's February. Oh my God, it feels so good to be back on a bike. Oh, but yeah, I've missed motovlogging so much, you guys have no idea. I feel really bad I haven't put anything out, you know? I've been wanting to, you know, I've been brainstorming, you know, different topics, and I get on YouTube every day, you know, read my comments and reply, and I missed it. So I'm back, and it feels great to be back on the Z. I forgot this torque. My car only has like 140 horsepower, and it's a car, and this has the same horsepower, and it's a bike. You know, I forgot exactly how fast it was, you know, after a month. And oh, it feels good. So, there's been a lot of shit happen. I don't know, there's been a lot of reasons why I haven't been motovlogging. My bike needs tires. That's kind of, I don't really go on long rides anymore because, you know, I kind of want to save the tires. They don't have a lot of tread left on them, and I don't want to take it down to dangerous levels. So I kind of just, you know, have been limiting myself. So that kind of has been kind of sucky. But there's been a lot of other things too. You know, I've been going through emotional shit. And which way should we go? Let's go right. Woo! Try to get the feel back, you know. Get my confidence up to 100% on the Z. Guys forget what she sounds like. Oh man, there's tons of motorcycles out. It's beautiful. It's been so beautiful this winter. I've heard the Utah winters are so bad, but it's not bad. Well, I guess this has been a really mild winter. This has basically been like a Kansas winter. Like you see, there's someone's calling me. Should I answer it? You guys want to listen to me talk to someone on the phone? I kind of wonder who it is. Alright, now that conversation's over, I don't remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about winters and how there's no snow. Whereas normally there is a bunch of snow. And now people are freaking out. They're like, oh my God, we aren't going to have enough water for the summer. Because all the snow up in the mountains, you know, is supposed to melt. Illest. But, yeah, so it's supposed to be a bunch of snow, but there's not. And it's okay with me, you know, I love warm weather. And it's been in like the mid-60s the past couple days. It's been wonderful. But yeah, I miss vlogging. I love all of you, and I'm going to get back into it here. So, for the rest of this vlog, I'm going to talk about the bike that got me, you know, freaking in love with motorcycles. And it happened when I was about 13 years old. I remember very vividly. My dad was living out at, you know that lake that I always rode around? He was living out there, and he had a friend, and this friend owed him some money. So he was like, he had just picked up this motorcycle, and he was like, okay, I'll just give it to you as collateral. And I think that's how it went about happening, but he wound up, I think he paid, I don't remember what it is. Anyways, so he traded in this motorcycle, and it was, I don't know what year it was, because I was so young, but I think it was in the 80s, like mid to low 80s, and it was a Honda Nighthawk 750, and it was basically like a naked standard motorcycle, kind of like the Z, but old, and you know, just had a, you know, a headlight on the front, and but anyways, so this bike I like absolutely just fell in love with it. I wanted to sit on it all the time, and I wanted to, you know, start it up and rev it. And I think the red line was only like 10 grand or something like that. I remember one time my dad was sitting on it after a ride and it was running, and I was like, "Hey Dad, can I rev it?" And he was like, "Sure." So I cracked the throttle real quick, and he was like, he got kind of like, he didn't get mad, but his friend was standing right there, and he was like, God, Double T, you just hit 9 grand. Woo! But anyways, the main reason that made me fall in love with that bike, so it was this beautiful summer, June day, I think it was, and my dad was getting ready to go for a ride, and I was like, "Hey Dad, can I go for a ride with you?" And so he gave me his helmet, because he didn't have a helmet. It obviously didn't fit me at all. It was a very irresponsible ride on both of our parts. So I was wearing basketball shorts and freaking, I don't remember, like white beater, you know, summer tank top t-shirt thing. And so he took me for a ride around that lake, the lake I always go around back in Kansas. You guys know what it is. You know those little S's back in the back. Anyways, my dad took me back there, and he wasn't wearing any gear. I was just wearing a helmet that was too big for me. And he freaking went balls out, like down that back stretch and through those S's. And it scared the shit out of me. I had never experienced anything like that. And I was like, oh shit, oh shit. And he'd explained to me how to lean with him and stuff before I got on the bike. So I was good with that, but I was so terrified of it, just of it low-siding and, you know, flying into the trees. And but it gave me such an adrenaline rush after we were done that I was like, oh my God, I have to do that again. And then we got back onto the front straight of the lake, and then he was like, hold on. So I held on really tight, and he nailed it. And, you know, this is a Honda Nighthawk 750. It's not a slow bike. It's not anything like all the bikes I've had, but when I was 13 years old, it was a fast bike. You know, it was probably 0 to 60 in probably 5 or 6 seconds. You know, it was quicker than most street cars, but, you know, it's not as fast as, you know, super sports. But anyways, I absolutely just fell in love with it, you know. And he wound up not being able to keep it, but I always remember that ride. You know, that was the ride that got me addicted. And I didn't wind up getting a motorcycle for another 6 years. Yeah, 6 years later, I wound up getting my own motorcycle, but ever since that moment, I always wanted one, and I was always looking at them. And so, yeah, that was the beginning of the Double T. Let's go this way. Oh, I almost didn't see that Jeep there. Anyways, I'll talk to you all later.